Hi guys, this is Pamela, and for the ones that don't know me, I am from Venezuela. I am 32 years old, and I have always prepared this material in order for you just to learn a little bit of the traits that someone has when they are abusive, and of course the traits that you need to develop in order to avoid those type of situations, especially because there's people out there like a shark seeing who they can target in order for them to take advantage of that person per se. And I don't want you to be that one. So, no further say, I would like to start with the topic of today. And I think I have made it before, but I would like just to talk about it again, that it is why empaths are the one who attracts the more narcissistic personality. And with that, I would like to start by describing a little bit an empathic personality, and it is someone who is able to give without caring so much about what is it that it's going to receive. It's a giver, and they are very sweet. They are going to feel this need of helping others, and it is so easy for them to be in someone else's shoes. And sadly, in this world, we are also surrounded by people who is selfish, is basically a monster, and they are, very, takers, that they are receivers. And these personality traits are the narcissistic, of course. Then you have this, the opposite attraction that many people talks about. And, this is very dangerous, especially because that leads to an abusive relationship to take place. And that's something we need to take very care consideration, especially when it comes to how are you going to present yourself to others. I know this is not a negative trait. This is something that it's amazing when you have this characteristic of you being so empathic, so compassionate, and being very sweet. It is something really beautiful, and to me that's something that I value because I consider that I am like that. However, it is also very negative when it comes to giving to someone who is not actually someone who deserves this type of behavior from you. And by that I mean that someone who is an empathic tends to be a giver, and sometimes they tend to just develop feelings over someone because of their expectations or because of what they expect from the other person to do or to be. And they do not take the chance of meeting the person before. And they get so mesmerized about what the other person is showing, because realizing that narcissists can be very charming, and that's the way they hoover the victim, in this case the empathic, for them to have whatever they want. And we need to be very careful when it comes to it. So today's video is for you to understand why being empathic sometimes is not very good, especially when you just want to show yourself 100% to be very sweet in front of others. And you need to be very balanced and very careful when it comes to that, because if someone sees that you are 100% really sweet, really given, they're going to take that as a weakness, and they're going to see you as a weak person, and for that reason you are inviting others to abuse you or to take advantage of you. And that's why you need to develop a lot of self-esteem, you need to be very confident, and you need to have a lot of boundaries in order to avoid to be in situations that are going to be very dangerous for you in the future. And of course, it's going to make you be in a situation where you're not going to be mentally healthy. For that reason, the next video, it's going to be about the tools that you're going to need in order to develop better self-esteem, and of course to recognize better what kind of person you need to avoid, and how you need to present in front of others in order for you to be respectful and respected. And that's what I actually meant, respected, and and not taken for granted as someone that is very weak just because it's sweet. Sweet and being gentle, being empathic is not a bad thing, But being naive and being someone who thinks that they can change the world, but just, being a doormat, it's not going to work. So always be careful because of that. Be careful with those, attitudes that you take in front of others, because that can actually lead to someone who wants to use you to get approach to you, and that's what I want to avoid from you. So if you like the message that I had from you today, I hope you subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. And you can check what are the tools that you need, for you not to be taken for granted and being in an abusive, situation, relationship. So kisses, and see you very soon.